Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Footy Yarn. Ahead of the draft, got the podcast back up and running. And look who's really cozy in the studio. It's Oscar Hine-Baston. Oscar, how you going?
Oh, I'm so cozy on this dirty bed.
Yeah, it's not that dirty.
I was just wondering why you put it into a bed before I came.
Now, off the bat, Oscar, you're a big fan of The Notebook.
Yeah, I love The Notebook. I watched it with my girlfriend.
Yep.
Shout out to her.
Yep. Which one's that? No, I'm kidding. No,
The one from Victoria.
So you're a big fan of The Notebook. Yeah, why is The Notebook your favourite movie?
It just reminds me a lot of me, you know, like...
You're a huge Ryan Gosling man.
Well, I'm just more such a big romantic.
Yeah.
Things sleeping down. I'm fine. I'll just do it like this. And I don't know. Yeah, it just really struck home. I just took a lot of things out of it, like how you should treat women. No, I didn't.
I haven't seen The Notebook. Does he treat her well? I know they won Best Kiss.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they kiss at that?
I don't know. You
No, I'm joking. I only watched the kissing scene.
You didn't?
I only watched the kissing scene.
Hey, you comfy?
Yeah.
This is the roguest start to a podcast I've ever done, and I expected nothing less, to be fair, when I knew you were coming on. Aside from The Notebook, what's your second favourite Ryan Gosling movie?
Barbie.
Good shout. Have you seen it?
Only because of how they portray women. Wait, what was it?
That's good. Wow. I thought I'd start the podcast in a fun way with some of these questions because you're a fun guy.
Yeah, I am a fun guy.
Now I just feel like it's getting a bit out of hand.
No, do it.
My next question, you are locked down, but you're a real typical sexy light skin. Is liking The Notebook about impressing the women?
No. I actually do, like, all jokes aside, I actually really like The Notebook, and it's a great movie, and it's, you know...
Because you're a hopeless romantic.
I am a hopeless romantic, and, you know, if you ask anyone, they know that's true.
Yeah, my favourite movie, Surf's Up, because I love to get on the surf.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the tattoo that you wanted?
Chicken Joe, right there, chucking up a shuckers. Just, thoughts?
Cringe.
Bro, you're going to get the Footy Yarn tattoo on you.
Yeah. No, I will... I will get it tattooed of it.
Yeah.
If you pay for it.
Yeah, I will. Background about you. Your mum, Lee Hine.
I thought you said bum.
No, your mum. This is terrible.
Just go.
I don't know if I'm going to cut any of this, but let it roll. Yeah.
Maybe the Barbie bit.
Yeah, Lee.
Yeah.
She's obviously where you get your good looks from. Was born in Africa. Was a state hockey player in WA. Do you get your athleticism from her? I don't know how we're going to get to the serious questions here. Is she the athlete in the family? Is that because you're a very athletic player?
Thanks. Yeah, I guess so. Mum's more of an endurance runner.
Yeah.
But I guess I am an endurance runner as well. I did a little bit little athletics, which most people don't know.
Yeah.
800 meter runner.
Yeah.
I won the walk as well.
Oh, I actually played footy with who was the guy that did the 800 meters really fast? Peter Bowl. Played footy with his brother Eldon once. And your dad Derek once asked me at the Wacker what it meant to have that dog in you. He came up to me.
They said that to you.
It was me. It was Michelle O'Driscoll.
Great lady.
Shout out Michelle.
Shout out.
Nathan O'Driscoll.
Also great bloke.
Yep, shout out.
Cheers.
I'm going to their place next Friday.
Why?
Interview Driz. Junior.
Oh, Drism.
Drism.
Yeah.
Yeah, young Drism. Young Drizzle.
I love Drizzle.
Anyway, yeah, we were sort of just talking, me and Derek, just about, you know, birds and the bees. He was giving me the talk.
Yeah.
And,
just birds.
He said to me, he's like, Oscar's always going on about, he was saying like me and Nathan, he's like, Oscar's always going on about like, you know, having that dog in you. Because
it was overheating.
Yeah, because you've got that dog in you.
I do have that dog in me. I got a tattoo of that
Yeah,
dog.
Obviously. So what does it mean, in your words, to have that dog in you?
In my context?
Yeah.
I think having that dog in you just means you have that grit and determination. Just
Yeah.
really get after it. So if he said that to you, that's probably a pretty good compliment, and I'd take that and put it in your pocket and save it for later.
Didn't say it to me,
Oh.
but he might have thought it.
Didn't you just say he said it to you?
No, he asked what it meant.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was going, you always say it. What does it mean?
Oh, yeah. Well,
'Cause
that's what it means.
clearly
It
go
also just means you're like him
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I'm him.
You're him. We're both
Timothy
him.
Narducci. Correct.
Well, I've actually pronounced him in my Instagram bio.
Yeah. I'm glad we're enjoying ourselves because I can't imagine many other people will be. Now, your school and career goes Guildford Grammar,
Yep.
then Aquinas once Guildford went co-ed,
Yep.
and then Guildford Grammar.
Yep.
I guess main thing, do you hate women?
You're not actually asking this question. Are you? Is this going to be in it?
Yeah.
No, I don't hate women.
Okay.
End of conversation.
Alright, so that was obviously a stitch up.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, you don't hate women. What? Like it was just very coincidental timing.
Yeah.
Why did you leave Guildford Grammar to go to Aquinas?
The first time Guildford Grammar to go to Aquinas was because
Yes.
it went co-ed. I didn't have a choice.
What do you mean you didn't have a choice?
Like Guildford Grammar to go to Aquinas. The first time.
Yeah.
I don't get to choose where I go to school.
But
Mummy and Daddy did.
yeah, so you left Guildford Grammar and went to Aquinas. And what?
Oh, you mean the second time when I went from Aquinas back to Guildford?
No. Like why did you go from Guildford to Aquinas? They just
Because it was co-ed.
Like-
My mum and dad wanted me in a private boys' school.
okay.
I mean, all boys' school, not private.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It could be public.
Yeah,
don't
and then you went. Why'd you go back to Guildford then?
I think I just missed the school life at Guildford.
Yeah.
Like all boys' school was good, but like we won heaps of games, etc. Like for sport, it was good.
Yeah.
But the school life was a bit different than I thought it would be, and I kind of missed that. And also, I kind of wanted to go back to a co-ed school.
What was the deal? Because I always went to like a co-ed school.
Same.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, Guildford was co-ed. Vic Park Primary I went to as well.
Yeah, but Aquinas wasn't.
Exactly. So it was a
Yeah,
shock
so-
for me as well.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, how weird is that? How different is that to go to an all boys? Because there are some blokes who go to all boys schools who end up in like year 11 or 12 and just haven't spoken to a woman.
No, I reckon like so I went there in year 7, 8,
Yeah.
and I reckon I'd never been to more like little juvie parties in my life. I was a juvie, just putting it out there.
Just boys on the solos.
Well, it was like I think our sister's school was Santa Maria.
Yeah.
And it was like you just get involved with all them and like your best mates. It was pretty good. It's kind of toxic,
Yeah.
but then like when you're at Guildford, it's like you obviously interact with them more.
Yeah.
And you actually figure out how the brain works. But then if
Yeah.
you're at an all boys school, it's kind of like
You're just putting the pieces together as boys,
as boys, yeah,
which is not good.
not good.
Not good at all. Now going back to Guildford, you go back to school footy. The likes of Rhett Bazzo, Max Chipper. I don't know if Elijah Hewitt was still there at that time.
What? Yep.
When you went back to Guildford.
Yeah, he was there.
Luke Kelly, Cam Jones, like terrific
Cam
players.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
underrated.
Like going back to Guildford, what was that like? How exciting was that to go back? And there were some terrific footballers there.
It was obviously really good. I went back in year 9,
Yeah.
2019, yeah, and saw all my old mates that obviously I went to school with. Some of them in the prep school.
Was it like a big sort of?
I thought you were gonna actually go on that while we were talking.
No, I got a notification. I didn't want it to distract from us.
Good. And yeah, so obviously it was really good. And I knew Lige and all that. Like we'd done tours, like footy tours in the prep school, and we both were captain of East. It's a faction, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
So our names are actually underneath.
I was
each other.
waiting for like the second part of that, like East what?
East is what the faction was called. It's green.
Were you just like north, south, east, west?
Yep, that was
That's
exactly.
so shit.
They were called. There was only 4: red, blue, green, and gold.
I was a part of jacaranda.
What colour is that?
Purple, like a jacaranda tree.
They're not always purple, are they?
Well, they are when they're in season,
Exactly.
and I'm always in season. Now, across the two schools, who was the most impressive footy player? We should talk footy at some stage today.
That I played with?
That you either played with or got to watch play.
Elijah Hewitt.
Okay. Do you want to lock that in?
I'm thinking, because I saw Dev Rob and all that play, but
Yeah.
the only time I can remember Dev Rob playing, he cramped up.
Okay.
And I didn't know what cramping was in that time.
Yeah. You strike me as someone, because like Dev obviously had that issue with his shirt coming off.
Yeah.
And he was devastated about it. He seemed so upset.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, I feel like he was really putting on that he was angry with that. Because he was trying to act like he was angry,
Yeah,
throwing
yeah,
his
yeah,
shirt
yeah.
away, like, oh God, now I have to play shirtless and get my rig out.
Go back to the start of that. What are you saying? You strike me as the type of
Well,
person?
I was going to say, you strike me as the type of guy who would absolutely love to be in that situation.
No, I hate getting my shirt off.
You would. You would live it up. You'd be telling the like traders, no, don't worry, I'll stay on.
I don't even know if they have spare jerseys. Like if they ripped your PSA jersey, that's it.
Well, they would have had like backup ones, like for different numbers. Like
Oh,
kids
yeah,
who weren't
true.
playing. You could have just gone to like a triple XL.
True. I do wear a pretty large jersey.
You do, because those
I
big
don't.
broad shoulders of yours. Now, we're actually going to have to talk some serious stuff here. Do you want to both? Okay. You're an overager.
I am.
You're a part of the State 16s
I am.
program.
I
Clearly
was.
clearly a talented footballer.
Thank you.
And then top age year didn't really go to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of weren't dishing up unreal performances. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And you're one of those players who are coming into the year, you're like, all right, well, they played State 16s. They're coming into their draft year. They're obviously a player you're going to keep an eye on. You're a player I took my eye off pretty early into this. No.
No, fair enough.
But, yeah, do you think there was a reason? I think there was, you were saying earlier, for your quiet draft year.
I think so. In year 10, that State 16, so I felt pretty good going to that year. I think I was a winger, half back. I'd never played back before, and they kind of put me back there, and it went all right. I remember when we had a little bit of an exhibition match. And then year 11, I think it was the second game against Hale. Sam Gilby tackled me accidentally, and I did my syndesmosis. I think it was grade 3, so I was out for the rest of the season. So I didn't get to play in my year 11 year, and that's kind of like your breakout year. That's when you see like Ruben Gimby, like it was... no one really heard of him until that PSA season when he played first.
Checks out, because I didn't play footy in year 11.
Did you not?
So that's where I went wrong.
I thought you got injured.
No, I didn't when I started playing in year 12.
Oh, I just didn't see you on the field.
Shin splints.
Shin splints. Oh,
Yeah, I was also like 3 years older than you. So
yeah, I forget that sometimes.
Because you think I'm older than that, even? Because I'm so mature.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And
it's the facial hair.
Yeah. I've got more than you.
But I shave it.
Same. Most of it. I shave this bit right here.
Yeah.
So do you. I hear.
I pluck it. I don't pluck it.
You Mrs. plucks it.
My missus plucks it.
Yeah. Could she do my eyebrows?
Yeah, I mean, if you want,
Sorry,
honestly.
I don't mean to overstep.
No, you can.
I just feel like my eyebrows
In
are a
here?
bit. Is it getting hot in this room?
I'm actually sweating.
Yeah, I'm going to open up a window real quick.
Okay. Welcome back to another segment we like to call In the Bed with Oscar. Weather's been really good today, and it's really hot in here, and I'm sweating a lot. So it must be 23 degrees. UV's at 3, and that's the end. What, with your cousin? Yeah. Did she want to say hello?
I did ask.
Actually, she said no. Oh, mustn't know who I am.
Now,
I'm down.
missing out as an 18-year-old, what did you learn off the back of that from having, a pretty average time of it then? What did you learn to bring into this year?
I guess, obviously missing out in that first start of the year, I actually thought I was going all right in my 18th year. Like, I started off pretty decently. Adam Jones, I think, talked to the boarding staff. They were like asking about, I think, just like me as a person. I thought like, yeah, I'm on the cusp here. I think that's what they said. He might be on the cusp. And then I remember after a Christchurch game, it was like my coach said, Adam Jones basically called him, or he called Adam Jones, and he was like, nah, position's already been filled. And so I was driving back in my Hilux Surf 997 SSG.
What's the license plate on that?
I don't know. I actually don't have a Swift now.
Okay.
More manly.
Yeah.
And I think there was some Adele playing Pondering Life. But then I was like, there's always next year.
Yeah.
So obviously I wasn't too thrilled, but kind of just got back on the horse. I think I had a 40 bomb the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you come into this year, clearly a very improved player. Now, I'm going to get a little emotional here, but I was sort of always rooting for you.
Yeah.
Just because we followed each other on Instagram. It's always like, I really hope this guy does well. Because we're clearly boys.
Because when I get the blue tick.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I've got enough blue ticks following me, so it's whatever.
I was gonna buy it. I'm probably gonna have to buy it.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, so I was always sort of rooting for you, and coming into this year, like I think it was first or second game from Perth. Like I saw you play, and it was unreal. Like your start to this year was electric. What was your mindset coming into this year? Did you have any sort of premonitions about the draft and being up at that level, or was it really just comeback season for you?
I think it was. I actually think at the start of the year, I think I have a hamstring tendinopathy. I think it's what it's called.
Bad hammy.
Was a bad hammy.
Yeah.
I think it's actually genetics because my mum and my dad have it. But since has been great because I just need to work on my load. But yeah, coming to this year, I didn't do as much of the preseason, so I was like a bit scared about my fitness. But went into the first game, played a different role. I think I was playing deep back. I don't know. I was playing on someone. I never have previously played on someone before, like tagged them. I'm not sure who it was, but I think I went out and did a decent job. I think it was Subiaco as well. I think it was Ty Clark maybe.
Yes.
And
Was
yeah,
that at Lathlone?
yes, it was at Lathlone.
Yeah, I remember that game.
But I also was thinking about, this is my final cult tier. Like, I'm not the biggest, obviously, but I'm one of the oldest guys here. Like, I can do a few more things that I previously, like, I had a bit more confidence, I think, come into this year, and I knew that I had to leave it all out there. And I guess that was where that dog came in me.
Pause. Hold on. Right now. What is the dog doing?
That's where that dog in me really started to show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah. And from then on, I think I played a game at East Freo, and I don't think I was a high possession getter. I wasn't producing much, but
No, that was a good game. That was the one at the Wacker.
yeah, I just remember like I spoiled it from like 100 meters away.
You had like 3 contests in a row that you like sprinted to, and you were the only one at each of those contests. I remember seeing that, and I was like, "That's impressive."
They put me in the mid that game.
Yeah, I remember
for like 2 minutes.
There was like 3 contests over like 15 seconds, like from half back to like center wing.
Yeah,
And like you ran all of them, and no one else even like managed to get to 2 of them.
I think I was like progressively getting fitter as well. Like this season is the fittest I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Ever, because like previously I haven't been an amazing endurance runner. But yeah, it was a bit of a switch the whole season playing back, but yeah.
Yeah. Now you're a West Coast, or were a West Coast NGA still?
Still am until next year.
Okay. Do they actually? I don't want to bang on about West Coast here, but do they actually do anything within the West Coast NGA? Because I know a few blokes who have been a part of it, and I'm not going to say they're bad footballers, but like it doesn't really feel like they've been developed by an AFL club. And there's a lot of calls of like, why should clubs get this priority access if they haven't actually done anything to develop these players? Were there any like experiences there that were cool, or anything that you learnt through the academy?
Yeah, I think the WA academies are ones that they actually do develop you. Like I've been going down there since I was in year 7, so 13 every year. Obviously, you don't really have to get selected for it per se. It's just if one of your parents is born in Asia, Africa, or if you're Indigenous, I think.
I think it's anywhere that doesn't speak English. Because I know someone whose mum was born in Amsterdam or in Netherlands,
and they're
was eligible for the West Coast Academy because his mum spoke Dutch.
I speak Dutch.
Do you?
Yeah. You want me to speak some Dutch?
Please.
Donkey.
Oh. En spreekt in Belgian Netherlands.
Was that a word?
That
or?
was me.
Oh, what does that mean?
I speak a little bit of Dutch.
No, I know Afrikaans, which is kind of like Dutch.
Oh, lekkers.
Good.
Well, that was tasty.
Maybe. Lekker means good, I think.
Okay.
Lekker's club.
Yeah.
That's not how you pronounce it. I'm going to get flamed.
Is your mum South African? Or?
Yeah, South African. They call them coloured. It's not. It's like.
Yeah, no.
It's like a.
It's a part of South Africans.
Yeah,
like,
it's a group. Like in their passport, it says they're coloured.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds. South Africa's very racist.
Yeah, it is.
I've heard
segregation is crazy.
Yeah,
that's why they moved over here.
Does she have that South African accent?
Nah, she lost it.
Oh, I love South African accents.
Yeah.
So, So West Coast NGA.
Anyway, back to what you were saying. Yeah, they did develop me.
Yeah,
quite a lot.
Did you feel any pressure as like one of the better players within the academy? I guess in a way, I don't know like the full academy format, but did you feel like any pressure maybe to make it in an academy that wasn't really dishing up players that were getting picked up?
Yeah, I didn't realise that till I looked back, and like I think the only person was Jeremy Cameron's brother.
Jared Cameron.
Yeah, who I went to Aquinas with.
Not Jeremy Cameron's brother.
Oh,
it's Charlie Cameron's brother.
Anyway, I went to school with him.
Yeah.
I actually sat next to him in assembly once.
Yeah.
He was in my house, Quinlan.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they got Tyrell and Geordie last year.
Yeah.
But up until then, they hadn't really picked anyone.
Well, I don't think many of them played state.
Yeah.
At all.
There was some,
But I think last year they started this thing called the High Performance Program. Yeah. And it's like actually 4 kids get selected and they actually like take you through, do AFL training, waffle training, and then just kind of nutrition, all that stuff.
Yeah.
and you get a bit more of an insight into the day-to-day life of.
Were you one of those kids?
I was, and then obviously didn't get picked up.
Yeah.
And then did it this year as well, and it was good. Yeah, but then in other states they've got like Riley Sanders, who's now an NGA for North Melbourne, and they said that. I don't know. I'm sure you've talked to him about it, maybe.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Riley about it, but I've talked to other people about it, and I won't get into it because it's a whole political thing.
But
I hate politics.
Yeah,
don't get me started. Is that the missus?
It's actually. Just turn that one off.
Is it the missus?
No, it's not. It's called the Juice Box group chat.
Okay.
We
I
drink.
was going to say, if it was a missus, you legally have to answer.
No, never.
Okay. Perth Footy Club, prior to this year, had been pretty subpar across all grades. Coming into this year, obviously, a great year. You know, how did it feel to have such a big turnaround?
Yeah, so played there when we went 0-20 one year.
Yeah.
That wasn't good. That was 2020.
That was when my boy Tony Musa was at fullback.
Yeah, Tony. Love Tony. Taught me how to bench.
Did he?
Yeah.
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 He one time we were playing Carlisle and he full just like some like fat kid shoved him and he just swung.
Chinned him.
Chinned this
He's
kid.
the nicest guy though.
Yep. Only got a week. And our coach was like an ex-Commonwealth Games boxer.
Yeah.
And like he was coming off and he's like, Tony, you can't be doing that. But I have to admit, that was a really good punch. That was a really nice punch, Tony. And I was...
Did he knock him out?
I think he got him to the deck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was too busy occupying that forward pocket.
He does like computer engineering.
Does he?
Curtin, yeah.
Anyway, so Perth were pretty average.
Yeah.
We've gotten off tangent way.
No, we had good. We had Menno in variety as well. Jack Avery.
Yeah.
Angus Lewis played for Wesley. Pretty sure clubs talked to him as well. Like, I don't know what it was. Maybe everyone else was just cracked.
It just wasn't coming, yeah.
And then the next year, won 4 games. 3 games. 4 games.
Yeah.
And then the next year...
Grand final
lost, sadly.
Grand final.
Stiffed.
You're in the top 2 teams.
Yeah, which was awesome. Like, I never won that many games in a row, ever. Even at Guildford, obviously, not winning many games.
Yeah, now you were saying, you know, as an overage, you sort of took the game on a bit more. Did you feel more responsibility, both on and off the field, I guess, as a player and as a leader?
Yeah, well, I wasn't in the leadership group at all, but yeah, obviously on the field, I had a bit more experience in that back line. Then majority of the boys, like we had 2006s in that back line as well, and like I don't think I realised how young some of them were when I was playing with them. So yeah, definitely, I felt a lot of responsibility for them, and like if goals were kicked and whatnot, kind of felt bad. Yeah, like I took most of it on board, but yeah, no, definitely felt a bit more responsibility towards the leadership aspect.
Yeah, and making it to the grand final against what is always a stacked Claremont team. You know, how was that getting to the grand stage? The pressure of the big game as well. You know, like going out knowing that, you know, everyone's watching. There's big names. You know, there's yourself. There's Driscoll. There's Dan Curtin, obviously. Zach Oselski, Rue. Like all these big names out there. Everyone's watching, and you know, it's a chance to finally. You know, for the Claremont boys, who cares? They do this every other year, but for like Perth, this is huge. Like, how did that feel? The pressure of the occasion.
Actually, for the first time ever, I wasn't that nervous at all because I didn't get a role on anyone to play on until the second quarter. So I was kind of going into it like I kind of have a bit of free reign here, which I hadn't had the whole season. So I was like, like I can run off half back, I can, you know, get going a bit. So yeah, no, it just felt like any other game, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Obviously played at Optus a few times, so
nice.
It was pretty
brag better.
No, well, like, used to the turf, and stuff like that. So, and the crowd wasn't that big because obviously it's separated around the stadium. Like nothing compared to like the Wacker or something. But that was nerve wracking. The Wacker was nerve wracking
against Fit Country.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was something.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and then when obviously Driscoll kicked the first 2 goals, and stopped the count.
Got that one to him, by the way.
Yeah, did you? Nice.
Sorry, no, go.
No, I was just gonna say I missed the first 15 minutes.
Why?
I was at the Talent League Grand Final.
What's that?
The NAB League, the Victorian Under 18
League.
I was in a media box, so a bit of a big deal. Anyway, I was going to stick around for the VFL Grand Final, but then I thought, no.
You caught a plane?
No, I went home and watched it on streamer.
That's cool.
Or whatever. Because
it was actually on the news. I mean, wait.
7.
Yeah,
that's when I watched it on 7 Play. To see, you know, obviously the big names. Stelsky,
Hine-Baston.
Dan Curtin,
Hine-Baston.
Aidan O'Driscoll,
Oscar George Hine-Baston.
Rui,
HB. Pencil.
yeah, even the bottom eighters, Cooper Moore, just those sort of boys.
Yeah, no. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
State champs.
Yes.
Did you expect a call up at all? Did you have any idea that you'd be, getting the call up as an overager?
No, not at all. I don't know if I've told you this story actually, but so I was at my nan's house, Sue Hill.
Yeah.
Pick up Sue Hill.
I love Sue.
Saw her today. You might have actually seen her, maybe.
Maybe. She's probably seen me.
Oh yeah, she probably knows you.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know?
Fingers crossed.
Anyway, I'm at Sue's house and we're having dinner and we're sitting down and obviously your grandparents think you're like the whole world think you're the best AFL player.
Oh, don't know.
Yeah.
My grandparents
and handsome.
do. And handsome.
Most grandparents do.
Do you like pack up the dishes after dinner? When
I make dinner.
Do you?
And do the dishes.
Oh.
I cook and I clean.
We're Italian, so we're not allowed to.
Are you Italian?
Yeah. Italian stallion, baby.
Are you actually Italian?
What did you think I was? Why did you think I was
Hot.
this brown? Yeah. Hot and...
Italian.
Yeah.
And maybe like...
I get...
hairy?
I get...
Indian?
Only in the wrong places. I get indigenous.
Yeah, that's maybe a bit indigenous.
Yeah.
I get indigenous a lot as well.
I get a lot of like indigenous people coming up to me and like
asking what mob you're from and stuff.
Yeah, like they'll come up to me like after a game, and if I'm like playing a seniors game or something, they'll be like, "Oh, hey Neff, good game," like this, and I'm like, "Yeah."
I draw on that as well.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to get in this whole thing."
Yeah.
So.
Well, at Aquinas, they actually one time I got told off because I didn't do the dance.
Yeah.
I didn't do the indigenous dance, and I was like, funny.
Yeah.
Story is I am not indigenous.
Yeah.
And no, everyone thought I was indigenous there.
Now you had some mixed performances in the carnival. I'll start with a good one.
Yeah. Nick Watson.
No, we'll hold that off.
Okay.
So like against SA,
Mm-hmm.
I got asked if I could do a scouting report for that game. I was like, absolutely, I can.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of me time, ran a half marathon that morning, and then
Did you actually run a half?
yeah,
marathon?
I did. And then after being at the Woody until 2 a.m. or 1 a.m, whenever the Woody closes.
Woody closes at. Don't know. I don't stay that long.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, did some running, got there a little bit late, and you just Jack Deline. I love JD, good bloke. Yeah, is he in there? Is he still in there?
Oscar.
Yeah, that was an unreal game. Like your terrific performances on the big stage. Like, how did it feel when you come off? Big win. You've played unbelievably. How did that feel?
Oh, it was awesome. I didn't realise that he had like 3 touches or whatever he had.
Yeah.
Until I got off the field and one of the coaches came up to me. He's like, "Oh, you actually did your job." I was like, "Yeah."
You
Thanks.
actually weren't bad.
Yeah,
today.
no, and it was. I think I thought I would have had like 4 touches or something like because obviously I was.
No, you had a bit of it.
I had like 14.
Woo!
Yeah.
I put you in my best.
2 kickouts.
Yeah.
3 kickouts, maybe 4.
Well, they didn't kick many behinds.
They didn't kick many behinds, did they?
Yeah, they just didn't have many opportunities because you were just getting everything.
Well, I thought they were feeding him, but
Yeah.
he's a really crafty player. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Like going into it, I watched a lot of vision. I'm kind of probably one of those players who does watch a bit of vision.
Yeah.
But he was just really quiet, and like,
Yeah.
I'm more of an annoying type of player. Like I chirped him the whole time. Pardon you. And it was good fun. Obviously kept him a bit quiet. I think I slipped over once. I fumbled the ball and he got it and snapped a goal, and I was I was really down about that.
I was pretty flat about that.
I was like, come on, bro.
I was pumping you up in this group chat I'm in, and they just love to, whenever someone really gets around a player, they always love to, knock them down at the first chance.
Really?
Nothing like personal. It's just like, I was like, oh, Hine-Baston, you got to watch him. And then that happened, and they started flaming me. Like, your man. I was like, I don't know that guy. I don't like him. I never rated him.
I was a no.
It was stiff. Like, it was out of your control. It was sort of just a calamitous between you and Scobes, sort of.
It was
It was just sort of like everyone sort of got in each other's way, and it fell fortunately.
I tried to smother it. There's a pretty nice picture. It's like I'm streamlined. Like I nearly got it. Nearly, but no.
We'll find that picture.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've got
AFL photos. I do have it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
There's a little folder somewhere.
Flip side, speaking of pockets, when did you get out of Nick Watson's?
We actually were in the pocket.
Yeah,
we were everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway, so like a game like that, because that was 2 games later, to be fair. But you're right.
That's a bit
from
nothing. Just anyway.
Yeah. So Nick is someone who, like, you'd match him for like athleticism, like speed, sort of. You'd beat him for strength, like. Where do you think, not that it went wrong, but like what made it so tough about Nick, as a player to take on?
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot. I think I've been asked about it a lot. It's all right. This is going to work.
Yeah, that'll work.
Is this good here?
Yeah.
No, everyone talks about that game. I think lots of clubs also talked about that game. And it's a pretty hard question to answer because I don't think I've ever come up against a team that relies that much on a small forward to kick goals.
Yeah.
Like their whole game plan seemed to revolve around that.
Even though they've got like good key forwards as well.
Yeah, who are cracked.
Yeah.
Like Caddy,
Crofty.
Yeah, that Croft guy. Didn't he kick 4?
Don't know. I was on a flight, so I missed that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another one.
I had like
Another
18
one.
this year, so.
You had 18?
Flights.
Did you?
So it was one of them.
Why haven't you flown me out yet?
So Nick Watson.
Pardon me. Anyway, so great player. He actually went up for a bunch of marking contests as well, and I just had to go up there and try to jump as high as I could and just come down and hit the floor. But then he gets up straight away.
He does.
You go.
No, sorry.
The first goal he kicked was I'm gonna say that's the one of two only genuine one-on-ones we had.
Yeah.
I spoiled it, and we both fell to the ground, and he popped straight up, ran, stepped another kid, kicked a snap from about 35, and I was like, holy shit.
He's unreal.
Can I get your autograph?
I had to defend him one-on-one. It's road to the draft.
Oh.
One-on-one
Well, they
out of
don't
the
try.
cage. He was trying.
He was trying.
I got Harley Reid to the deck, so it's whatever.
Did you?
Yep.
I did that too.
Put him on the floor.
So he got a free kick when I did it.
He didn't. There were no umpires there. He also just slipped in some mud.
Oh.
But, sorry, allergies because of these cats.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's
Must be because of me.
WA, who would be the most annoying bloke to room with?
I had pretty good roommates this year. I had Bo.
Yep.
Who's going to be a gun.
Yep.
Just remember the name.
Everyone knows who he is.
Do they?
Bo Allen.
Yes, him.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
Great roommate. Len Scopes. But I probably wouldn't want to room with Colton, maybe. Yeah. I feel like our energy is too high.
Yeah.
Like you can't have both of us in the same room. Otherwise we'd probably wake up the next door neighbours.
Yeah. Now this is what I asked Zave. I guess it's a little off track, but for that podcast anyway, for this one it's very on track. If you had to room with someone, you get in, oh no, it's one queen bed instead of two twins. What?
Oh.
Who do you want it to be?
Maybe Kai de Havilland.
Really?
It's really clean.
Okay. Is there anyone that really smells good? Like always wears good
cologne? I've actually smelt.
Anyone that you notice walking past, they just smell good.
Kai de Havilland.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he looks after himself pretty well.
Yeah. Now, who from WA really impressed you with their performances throughout the champs?
Just the champs?
Yeah. Or, at any stage, but who from WA has really impressed you this year?
I think I came in, when I was on the Brain Ethan one, I said Ashton Ferreira. Yeah. That was before the first game of champs. And obviously, I don't think he had the champs games he wanted to have, but after that, played league and tore up.
Did well.
Absolutely tore up.
Yeah.
Put himself on the radar. And I still stand by that.
His dad and I have beef.
Why?
AFL Fantasy. We're in the same AFL Fantasy League.
How's that even possible?
It's the Footy Fantasy League. His dad's in it. I think his dad won it, and his dad would keep DMing me, shit talking me.
What was the prize for
that? Next question.
A hat?
Next question.
Anyway, yeah, Ashton Ferreira, great bloke, even better footy player. I'd want him in my team as a wing.
Okay. I was wondering where you were going to go when you said you wanted him.
Oh, no, I do want him as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Great bloke. I only met him for the first time on Sunday.
Yeah.
Great bloke.
Awesome.
Love him. I
want
want him.
Sauce.
Going into the state combine, as an athletic freako, how excited were you for that? And I guess the preparation for that, knowing that really is your time to shine.
Yeah, obviously, I was a bit down that I didn't get the national combine invite.
Okay, tickets on yourself.
Well, no, you've got people talking around you. You hear all this stuff, and I just obviously I knew if I was going there, my results probably going to mean more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, would they?
I don't know because they don't really compare the state combine results up against the national combine.
Well, the media doesn't.
True.
But like, would the coaches not?
I don't think the recruiters care about that. Surely they don't care about the national and state. They just put them.
Yeah,
next
I
to
think
each
the
other.
national, they just bring them together so they can like talk to them, and then the media can talk to
Yeah,
them.
that would have been good as well.
Yeah,
But I'm not about the media.
yeah. I was there. I
Were
could
you?
have talked to you.
Why didn't you come to the state one?
Because I was in Melbourne.
Cool. Whatever.
Well, I can't afford those flights. You see the operation.
Why
I'm
doesn't
running
Rookie
here?
me fly you out?
They flew someone else out.
Who?
I don't know, Michael Alvaro and.
But he was at the state. Oh,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
at Western Australia.
He got flown out.
Yeah, he said you said some nice things about me.
Did he?
You said I'd be really good for that. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Look at me. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
And you,
I was like, stay tuned.
yeah, you did well.
Yeah. And then there's like the Brady Bunch one.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Is that coming out?
I don't know. I just rock up and look pretty and ask questions.
Same.
Yeah, but
yeah.
they got one guy, Phoenix Gothard.
Yeah. Wait, is he number 11 from Allies?
He's from the Allies, small forward. Oh yeah,
He's cracked out of his mind. I reckon he's better than Nick Watson.
Big call on you, but
Huh?
anyway, yeah. So he did it, and he like poked his tongue out because they said like you got to put your head around it. He went,
Yeah, Luca Kempfield went like this. Yeah, I told him to do it.
Did you?
I didn't do it though.
Okay, pussy. How'd you feel about your how'd you feel about your performances at the combine?
Pretty good except for agility.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I think jumps were pretty decent. I think top those.
Yeah.
I knew going in that my jumps were going to be decent. I've always been a bouncy little boy.
Yeah.
But I think 20 meter was all right as well. I would have liked to go on a bit faster.
Yeah.
I think it's just the start. If you get the start really well,
It is 20 meters to be fair. I think it's only the start.
yeah. No, it is only the start because I know I
Yeah.
can hit a top speed on 20 meters, but it's just like I just can't do the. You know what I'm talking about, timing gate thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then agility comes around, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't really know the tactics behind getting a good agility score. I think there's
Run fast.
yeah,
And don't touch
but
the
I actually
wings.
think the shoes mean a lot
Yeah.
because I had
Well, you want something that doesn't make you slip.
exactly. So I got basketball shoes, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, when I wore these, I didn't slip much. So I go out and I slip
Mm.
and I touch the floor. And the second one, I put on my indoor soccer boots. I slip. I don't
Change
touch the
shoes.
floor,
Yeah.
but I run like a 9-second.
Ooh.
And the last one, I get someone else's shoes, put them on, and then I do like an 8.4, which was terrible compared to the other state
Yeah.
things. But it was still alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, combine was good, I think.
Yeah. Talking to clubs being an overager, have they spoken much about, I guess, what they like about you and your development and improvement coming back from, a pretty average top age season?
Yeah, I guess in all the meetings I've had, it was kind of how I felt like I got back on track and stuff like that, like we were talking before. But yeah, they said they like my competitiveness
Competitiveness.
and my grit, my hardness.
Yep.
And
And the dog's coming in you.
so many.
Rottweilers. I'm talking Dachshunds.
The littler the better.
I'm talking Shih Tzus.
Don't hurt as much. You should do one of those. You know how Simon has Side Plus?
No.
Like, it's like the grotesque.
I only
That they pay for?
only Simon I watch his crossbar challenge videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You weren't catching my drift, were you?
OG. Go on.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Dogs.
Coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's getting cut as well.
No, what was before that? Let's actually talk about
it. Clubs talk to you as an overager.
Yeah. They didn't bring up me being overager that
Yeah.
much, to be honest with you. But, like, obviously every club asks, like,
Yeah.
what did you do differently this year to the last year? And it was
Yeah.
just about my balance of offense and defense, I think, came up a lot.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, you moved out this year.
I did.
Early age. What drove you to move out?
My mum. No. No, I think I've always loved being a bit more independent.
Yeah.
And I was in boarding school for 3 years as well, and I loved that as well. So I guess moving out was always a thing I wanted to do. I only moved like 200 meters away from my parents' house, so I still eat there majority of the time.
I was about to say, how does it feel fending for yourself? But
No, I do fend for myself. I actually went in to my house today. I was doing some letter drops for mum and dad.
yeah,
Just getting my money up, not my fun up.
letter drops.
Letter drops in the letters boxes.
Oh, because
Because real estate agents, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, get your money up, not your funny up.
Exactly. So I went into my apartment and I opened the door and there's this really tall lady in my apartment, blonde hair, probably around 40, 30.
Yeah.
So that's my property manager.
What's the address?
King George Street.
Oh, Vic Park.
Yeah.
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 I know that.
Colin.
I used to live
Colin lives there.
Livingston.
Yeah.
Oh, does he?
Not at that address, but on King George Street.
Yeah, I used to work on King George Street.
Did you?
On King George and Albany Highway.
Can I guess what it is?
Yep.
So it's either crust or dome. Oh, not dome, crust or cafe gelato.
Yep.
My parents had an office right there.
Yep.
Did you actually work at crust?
I
Maybe
did.
that's where I've seen you before.
I worked there for several years.
Did you actually?
Yeah, like
I actually reckon that's how I know you.
2017 to 20. No, it's probably the footy yarn.
No, I think it's crust.
Yeah, like 2017 to 2020.
That's crazy. I actually think because my parents had an office right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one.
Above Cafe Gelato.
Yeah. Great.
Next to West Coast Repairs for smashed iPhones.
Yes. We had a bloke come in there.
But-
We had a bloke come in from there lunchtimes occasionally.
Yeah.
He'd get a small pizza.
We always used to get crust. It sucked. Then we stopped getting it.
Oh, I love crust.
You had gluten-free pizzas, which is why
They're terrible.
that's why we bought them, because all my family are celiacs.
That's on them.
Yeah, it is. We call them glutards. It's fine.
Oh,
I edited this tonight.
no.
Can I edit it?
No.
I'm actually okay. What were we talking about before the
I'll
crust?
send you a version edit. Moving out. So close.
Can I actually edit it? No, I'm joking. That would be so.
I'll send you a version. You
I
can
make my own edits.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, MLG edits.
No.
Do you? Oh, what do you make?
CapCut. I made a Jack Deline edit once.
No further comment. Yeah. Have you found? Yeah, moving out by yourself.
Yeah, no, it's good. Anyway, back to can I talk about my property manager story?
Yeah, sorry.
So
yes.
it turns out being my property manager, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? And she goes, oh, your roommate's passed out. Like, it's your inspection today.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not because it's the 11th. She's like, no, it's the 10th. I was like, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
And so the place is a bombshell.
Wait, so you thought it was the 11th?
I thought today was the 11th.
So you thought she was supposed to come
Yesterday, but she didn't come.
Okay.
So I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, it's today. And anyway, I apologized profusely because the apartment wasn't in a great state. Mostly because of my roommate.
Yeah.
Who does not clean.
Yeah.
He cooks, but he doesn't clean.
Yeah.
And there was like rice still in a pot, and obviously like they're writing down stuff and like taking photos. But luckily, my parents are the landlords, so
Yeah. So that's how you got the place.
no, I did it properly.
Really, your parents is the landlord.
They just happened to be landlord at an apartment that I really wanted to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, end of story. She's like, no worries, it's actually in quite good nick. Your room's quite neat. Wake up your roommate.
I've never understood why it matters how clean the apartment is, as long as nothing's like damaged.
I'm not actually sure why either. I'm doing a real estate course at the moment.
Yep.
And I want to be a property manager.
Yeah.
And all I can tell you is because it depends what contract you're on. Like I'm on a 12-month.
Yeah.
Like, and they don't want you messing stuff up, or like they can see if you've like punched a hole in the wall, like broken an armchair or something, like with a hammer.
Damage, I understand.
Yeah.
But like if my room's messy.
But like our bathroom was messy.
Let me live.
Like, you know the fan,
Yep.
the extractor fan, it had like dust in it, so she took a picture of that.
Happens.
Yeah, well it does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think there was like a pube next to the sink or something.
Was it yours or your roommate's?
Roommates. I don't have any. I told you I was clean shaven.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
I've heard a rumour
Yep. Go on.
that you've been playing a bit of spring footy. You've played a game of spring footy.
I've played a game of spring footy
That's
in
a
the
bit
forward
spring
pocket.
footy. Yep. How easy is the competition compared to taking on Nick Watson?
I don't play defense in the spring comp,
Yes.
but the comp is pretty good. Lance Collard actually played for that team.
Hey, Amir and Zave played for that team. A few Chemic boys are playing. There's a few South Freo boys playing.
It's a great comp.
Yeah, I'm going to have to, whenever the Chemic boys play you, I'm going
You're going to tag me?
I'll do it. If you don't want to touch.
I don't get touches anyway. I'm actually just going out there to improve on the basics and trying to get my touch work.
Fundamentals.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that's getting touched is you.
Not complaining.
We're not.
But yeah, great comp.
Yep. Week and a half out from the draft.
Yep. Didn't even realise that.
Yeah.
What's the date today?
10th.
Yeah.
So yeah, next Monday, not the Monday coming up, but the Monday after is round 1.
It is.
The Tuesday is probably when you're.
I was probably going to say
the Wednesday is probably when you're.
Yeah.
No, so national drafts coming up. How are you feeling?
It's not at the forefront of my mind at the moment.
Yeah.
I think making money and working and trying to pay rent is probably at the forefront of my mind. But yeah, obviously, a bit nervous, but not thinking about it too much. When the week comes, I'll probably sit down and watch the draft, and if it goes my way, it goes my way, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, I'll crack on and grind for next year.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Oscar, I don't know how we did get through it.
Is that it?
Yeah, I feel like I missed some questions.
Yeah, I feel like you missed some questions as well.
But I don't think I did. I think we just got so sidetracked going off. Yeah, we did cover a lot, to be fair.
Really?
There was about 30 plus questions. Look at all that, mate. We covered all that. Time just flies when you think this was 50 minutes.
No, it wasn't.
We're at 49 minutes.
Did it start when it was
37 seconds.
light? I saw it.
There was light out. It's now dark.
So now I
Someone's
can
sitting.
just kick up my feet and sleep here, eh?
Yeah, go for it, man.
You can join me.
I'm going fishing, but
Right now.
about an hour and a half.
What's the time now?
7:37.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. You want to come?
I've actually got something on.
Watching The Notebook.
No.
Thank you for coming in, Oscar. It was such a pleasure to have you. Best of luck for the draft next week.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was a really good podcast. Make sure you did.